Hey guys, what's up? Today we are gonna look at some videos which the parents may not consider child abuse, but I certainly do. See? You saw that? She wanted to actually drink the raw egg because what the mother is doing is trying to teach her how to cook something, probably bake something, which you use eggs for. Alright, but she of course just wanted to eat the raw eggs. Seeing as she's a natural human being who hasn't been programmed yet, that's how children are. They still follow their senses. They can't think of baking or cooking something, seeing as that's a man-made idea. It's a belief that you need to learn. As a natural animal, you just eat everything in its raw form. It's also interesting how it wasn't even mentioned that she wanted to drink it. It's just cut out. This is all cute and fun, especially from her mother's side. She believes that she's teaching her how to cook and bake so that she can do it herself as an adult, maybe cook for her husband, whatever the reason may be. But she doesn't realize that she's actually teaching her how to eat incredibly badly, how to avoid actual natural foods, which actually nourish the body and which will develop the child's body properly. It is actually enslavement, but of course, because the mother was also enslaved, she doesn't realize that she's doing everything wrong. This is child abuse by every definition, but it's not intentional. It simply means that she's abusing her unconsciously, which doesn't make it any better. It's just that you could say that you can't really blame her for it, seeing as she's just as brainwashed as everybody else.
Yeah, all right. Let Nana undo it, and then you can throw it in. No eating the butter, though, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good job, Kate. Kate, we have time. Butter. A cup.
The first thing that I notice here, which is very unnatural, is that the boy is around 5 years old and the grandma is in her 60s. In nature, your grandma would be around 30 years old, whereas she probably had her daughter or son in her 30s, and they did also, which is why the boy is now looking at his grandma, who's double, or probably more than double as old as she's supposed to be. That is pretty crazy. That's not at all how it's supposed to be.
For sugar, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
What is this? Sugar?
Sugar.
Okay, hold it over. Right. Wait, Kate.
He wants to eat the sugar. Obviously, it's understandable because it's extracted sugar. It's very sweet, and it's kind of like a drug.
All right, what's next? After the sugar. Oh, jeez.
And now he grabbed the butter, and children are obsessed with butter. Even I, as a kid, remember that all of the kids around me were obsessed with butter, but it was okay to give it to them back then. Nowadays, parents are so brainwashed that, again, they abuse the children without realizing it and don't give them all of the fat-soluble vitamins, which they are not getting probably from any other food. When you consider all of the garbage that kids get nowadays, butter and eggs are the only actual good sources of fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, K2. They just won't get them from anywhere else, and the grandma just takes it away from the kid, even though really she should have said, eat as much of it as you want. Of course, ideally, she should be giving them raw butter, or even better, just some kind of animal fat, beef fat. But that's, of course, something that people don't do nowadays. Everybody's obsessed with lean food, and they push this man-made diet onto their children. They believe that they shouldn't be eating butter for whatever reason. They can't explain it themselves, and they do the same with their children.
It has to be packed in there, so put it in. Don't eat the brown sugar. Oh my gosh, no.
And again, just like in the last video, no kid wants to bake or cook something because it's so unnatural. Human beings never did that up until very recently. You simply had food in front of you and you ate it in its raw form. That's all that you did, because cooking, baking, and all of this garbage is just done as a trend. It's something that you do to show off or because you have nothing to do. Food has to be eaten in its raw form. That's how all animals do it. You simply have food in front of you and then you eat it. That's it. No cooking or baking has ever been done before.
It's unbelievable. Stop it. My feet feel like they're stand on it. I'll make a cookie. Crack and put it in. Oh, yeah. No, we...
He wants to eat the egg. Oh my god. I can't call this anything else than severe child abuse. And I get that the grandma wouldn't understand it because she's severely brainwashed, which is why it's the only way that you can severely abuse children. You have to be severely insane and out of your mind not to realize that the child wants to eat actual healthy, nutritious food, which are raw eggs, the butter, the sugar, of course not, but like I said, it's like a drug. But it's the only time he would ever be able to get fat-soluble vitamins, which would actually improve his development, especially when he hits puberty later on. It's the only way that he would actually grow as tall as he's supposed to, and so on. And the grandma is forbidding him to develop properly without realizing it. But again, that doesn't make it not child abuse. It's still very severe child abuse to rob your child from essential, really insanely essential nutrients, which he will probably never again get afterwards, because you will always forbid him to eat what he wants to.
Don't eat. Oh my god, that's raw egg.
Yeah, that's raw egg. That's literally what all humans eat in nature. Every child in nature eats raw egg, if they can find it, of course. But most certainly every child in nature eats raw meat. Just look at any of the actual naturally living tribes in Africa, India, all of the islands. They all eat raw meat. The parents do, the children do. It's completely normal. The children in Siberia, they just sit in a circle and eat raw meat. There's blood all over their hands. They just cut open the animal. It's completely normal.
Okay, ready? No eating eggs. Crack and put it in. What? No, we're not eating flour. Okay.
He just wants to put it in his mouth, even though flour at best is neutral. It definitely doesn't have a good taste. He's just joking around.
2 cups. This Cooking with Kate is brought to you by Arm & Hammer. Can you say Arm & Hammer? Pour it in. Alright.
Yucky.
Cinnamon.
He said yucky. That was baking soda. Ugh, yeah.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
It's good that he didn't put the cinnamon in his mouth. That's very toxic.
Oh, you're gonna take a bite of each. Oh, for Nana? Thank you.
Yeah, children and everybody else likes cookies so much because of the combination of sugar and butter. If it wasn't for the fat in the cookies, it would not be the same at all.
So delicious.
Nova, what are you eating?
I'm eating cheese.
Yeah, take a bite of that.
Good.
That's good?
Yeah.
That's not cheese.
All her dinner. Should we show them your new bedtime routine with the surprise?
That's not cheese.
Why?
That's butter.
Oh, I like butter.
That's so cute. She says, I like butter, even though the mother was trying to explain to her how it's not cheese, as if it's not edible, as if you shouldn't just bite pieces out of it. And of course, you should be eating whole meals, as in the meat with the fat, but because children have these cravings for these fat-soluble vitamins, and the parents never give them any food with these vitamins, butter is the only thing that they can have access to actually get some of them. Of course, pasteurized butter is not going to have as many of them as raw butter, but it will still have some, because fat-soluble vitamins are a bit more heat stable, whereas the water-soluble ones, the B, C vitamins, are not stable whatsoever. They will always be destroyed by cooking and pasteurization, which is why butter is still something that you could technically give children, even if it's pasteurized, although raw butter is available in most countries on Earth. And even if not, you can always order it from a different country, so there's really no excuse to eat pasteurized butter.
Well, look what Julian found. Is it the butter? Butter? Oh, do you like it? Can I hold it? Can I hold it?
That's mean. She wants to hold it. She really just wants to take it away from him, probably. It's literally your child in front of you begging you for nutrients which you're not giving him. Even the macronutrients, all of the cholesterol and saturated fat which children need so incredibly much to develop. And you just think about taking it away from him just because of your own man-made beliefs in your head.
Can I have some? Can I have some? Can I have some butter? Thank you. Butter.
Okay, that's really severe abuse. Like, really disgusting parenting. She tricked him. She was acting as if she wanted to try the butter and actually took it away from him. Really, this is not even a parent. It's just an abuser.
Bye-bye.
ये क्या खा रहा है? बटर खा रहा, बटर खा रहा है.
जूम करके इधर से.
Is it even real butter though? In the plastic container, it could be mixed with vegetable oil. Still, it gives the child the taste of the real butter, which is why the child wants to eat it. I hope there's real butter, but I kind of doubt it. Still, the parents' intentions are good. At least the parents let the child eat what it wants to eat. This is exactly what you should do. You should always listen to your children, especially when it comes to food, because children still have their natural senses intact, as long as the food is, of course, not unnatural.
What do you want? Does mommy have it? Is this what you want?
Do you want to eat raw meat and mommy won't let you and you're sad?
Do you want a spoon?
This is also something I have a lot of experience with. A lot of children, when I was a child, wanted to eat raw meat. I have met tons of subscribers who feed their children, young babies, toddlers, raw meat. They love it. They love all the fat. They cannot get enough of it. It's completely natural. Once you see a child eating raw meat, you right away can tell. It's absolutely what they are naturally supposed to eat. Of course, the meat has to be from very healthy animals. It's the same with the eggs. Don't just get some random supermarket eggs. You can get food poisoning because those eggs can be full of poisons. The same way meat, the fat could be full of poisons. Of course, you need to get meat that didn't get any kind of medication, and the animals ideally need to eat their natural food, as in a cow needs to eat grass, chickens need to eat the bugs outside, not some kind of grains. It's all because raw meat looks red, natural. It appeals to the natural human senses, seeing as the color red provokes appetite. And because children are not brainwashed yet, they really want to eat raw meat. The one food that children are really obsessed with is liver. All of the children I have ever seen who have tried liver from a healthy animal, again, it really has to come from a good source, really cannot get enough of it. They just beg for liver all of the time.
Go take
Oh
it
my
to the
gosh,
table.
kids cry. Elliot, did we let you eat the raw meat?
No.
No. Do you like watching yourself cry over it though?
Again, really severe abuse, but of course they don't realize it. They probably gave the kid some candy to make her shut up and not talk about it anymore, but of course she still wants it. And again, it's simply because she's craving the nutrients. That's it. It's literally her biological, natural child's body craving these nutrients for development. The more nutritious food you eat as a child, the better you're going to develop. She wants this food. She realizes it. She's not brainwashed yet. I actually remember drinking fresh milk from a cow as a child. They milked it into a bucket, not like this, But what I remember thinking is that it was warm, which I wasn't used to because I was used to pasteurized milk from the fridge. Okay, she switched the bottle. This is her transitioning her child to formula. I saved the worst one for last. Yeah, and that's all that you need to see. The child's face expression. People just don't look at face expressions anymore. That's how you can very easily tell if somebody likes or dislikes something. There's really not any easier way than that. If your child makes a face like that, right away, you don't only take it away from them, you smack it out of their hands because it's dangerous. That kind of a face expression shows you danger, that it's actually very unhealthy. The same kind of face expression a baby would make if you would give them broccoli, any kind of vegetables. All of them are toxic, and that's why your child will make this kind of a face expression. You right away know, okay, I'm abusing my child, I'm a brainwashed slave, I need to stop, I need to listen to my children and give them what they want to eat, because my children still have their natural senses. They know exactly what is right and what is wrong. As just disgusting parenting, horrible, not even parenting, straight up child abuse. Come on, how can you look at your baby when it's making those kind of face expressions and then still give the baby the formula? Why transition at all? Okay, maybe there's a reason why she cannot breastfeed anymore, but the milk was still there. So why does she stop breastfeeding? What's the actual purpose? That we don't know. If she had no breast milk left at all, then you should switch to some other animal's milk, such as raw goat's milk. That's what people always used to do, or get milk from somebody else. There's still places nowadays in hospitals where you can get milk from other mothers. What you should never do under any circumstances is feed your child formula. There's so many toxic, poisonous ingredients in there. I'm not even gonna go over them because it should be clearly understood nowadays that you should never give your child formula. Come on, just look at the ingredients. There's nothing more unhealthy. You're completely going to ruin the child. Come on, everybody understands this nowadays. Why do people still do that? And then this music over it, oh no, kind of like you're making fun of the situation. It's not as if there's some sad music over it, which would imply that she realized the wrong that she did and she's not going to do that anymore. It's more like, oh no, this is what you're going to get. I'm going to poison you. I'm going to abuse you and even film you and show it to everybody. That's the only impression I got from this video. These kind of videos are horrible for me to watch as a parent. But even if I wasn't a parent, I can't stand watching humans in general being malnourished, but especially young children and babies. Because of the absolute ignorance from the parents' side, they are so insanely mind-controlled that instead of listening to their children and watching their face expressions when they want to or don't want to eat something, they simply go with what they learned throughout their life. Butter is bad. Raw eggs are dangerous. Raw meat is a big no-no. What humans eat in nature is not allowed. It's so ridiculous. And feeding formula, which has never been around ever in the history of humanity, is now good for children somehow. And I bet that most of these parents don't even look at what's inside of formula. They don't realize that they are severely impacting the development of the children. The children are not going to develop their jaws as well. They will have crooked teeth. They will not be as tall as they should be. Nothing is going to develop the way it should. Thanks for watching.